1800 hours Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan, the news read by Muhammad Zubair Khan. First, the headlines. Prime Minister has urged overseas community to invest in industrial sector to make Pakistan economically vibrant. Minister for Information says Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf is a democratic party and does not believe in confrontation and extremism in politics. An inter-ministerial meeting chaired by Foreign Minister in Islamabad today reviewed arrangements for the OIC Council of Foreign Ministers meeting to be held on 22nd of this month. Chief of Army Staff has called for a collective and unified response to counter misinformation and propaganda campaign of inimical forces against Pakistan. In Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, Indian troops in their fresh act of state terrorism have martyred one more youth in Pulwama district. The UN Secretary General has announced humanitarian assistance worth $40 million for Ukraine. On the fourth day of the second cricket test against Australia in Karachi, Pakistan, in their second innings were 192 for 2 wickets at stumps today. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Imran Khan has urged the overseas community to invest in country's industrial sector to make Pakistan economically strong. Addressing the Overseas Convention in Islamabad today, he announced to give 5-year tax holiday for overseas investors who will make joint ventures in industrial sector of the country. The Prime Minister said overseas community is our precious asset and we acknowledge their services for the development of the country. The Prime Minister said he has directed Pakistani missions abroad to facilitate overseas community in every possible way. Prime Minister Imran Khan has directed the members of the National Assembly to enhance public interactions and mobilize the workers in their constituencies. Talking to different members of the National Assembly in Islamabad today, he said the government always worked for development and welfare of the people. He said participation of large number of people in PTI public gatherings is the testimony of increasing popularity of the ruling party. The Prime Minister said government saved the national economy, achieved record tax collection, reduced government's expenses and took tough decisions during the COVID-19 pandemic. Imran Khan said historic growth in agriculture, construction, major industries, exports and remittances has been made possible due to investor-friendly policies of the government. Sindh Governor Imran Ismail and a delegation of parliamentarians from Sindh province called on Prime Minister Imran Khan in Islamabad today and discussed overall political situation of the country. They expressed complete confidence in the leadership of Prime Minister Imran Khan. The delegation included Senator Saifullah Abro and members National Assembly Fahim Khan and Ataullah and members Sindh Assembly Halim Adil Sheikh, Ali Junejo, Sayyid Afandi, Sidra Taimur and Riaz Ahmed. Minister for Maritime Affairs Sayyid Ali Zaidi was also present on the occasion. Minister for Information and Broadcasting Chaudhry Fawad Hussain says Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf is a democratic party and does not believe in confrontation and extremism in politics. In a tweet today, he said basis of PTI politics is democracy and opinion of the people carries huge significance for the ruling party. He said PTI public meeting at the federal capital is not meant to create confrontation with any political party. The Minister of Information said PMLQ President Chaudhry Shujaat Hussain is dignified personality and Prime Minister always has regard for him. Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi has expressed resolve that no confidence motion moved by the opposition against Prime Minister Imran Khan will face defeat. Talking to media persons in Islamabad today, he said there is chaos in ranks of the opposition parties who do not have the required numbers for passage of the motion. Shah Mahmood Qureshi said the unholy alliance among the opposition parties is not durable and will shatter soon as their ideology and destination are not the same. He expressed the confidence that the PTI will face the no confidence motion in a constitutional, political and democratic manner. The Foreign Minister said the ruling party held successful public gatherings in Mandi Bahauddin, Malsi, Lower Dir and Hafizabad in which the people expressed their solidarity with Prime Minister Imran Khan. Shah Mahmood Qureshi said that a public gathering will be held at D Chowk on 27th of this month in peaceful manner in which the Prime Minister will present his point of view before the public. An interministerial meeting chaired by Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi in Islamabad today reviewed arrangements made for the OIC Council of Foreign Ministers meeting to be held on 22nd of this month. In his remarks on the occasion, the Foreign Minister said Pakistan, being founding member of the OIC, considers hosting the 48th session of the OIC Council of Foreign Ministers as an honor. He said Pakistan is again emerging as the world's center of attention on the diplomatic front. The Foreign Minister said Pakistan wants to promote unity among Muslims and address other issues, particularly Islamophobia and hate speech. This is Radio Pakistan. President Dr. Arif Alvi says women empowerment and protection of their rights is vital for national development. He expressed these views while addressing the passing out ceremony of 49th Common Training Program in Lahore today. The President underlined the need of making dedicated efforts to take Pakistan to new heights of progress and development. Dr. Arif Alvi also urged the government's officers to always keep their offices' doors open to facilitate the common man. Pakistan and Malaysia have agreed to strengthen relations in the areas of trade, economy, culture and tourism. An understanding to this effect reached during a telephonic conversation between Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi and his Malaysian counterpart Saifuddin Abdullah today. The two sides acknowledged long history of close cooperation between both brotherly countries and reaffirmed the commitment to strengthen this partnership. They also agreed to remain engaged on issues of common interest, both bilateral and multilateral. Chief of Army Staff General Qamar Javed Bajwa has called for a collective and unified response to counter misinformation and propaganda campaign of inimical forces against Pakistan. He made these remarks while interacting with the students and faculty members during his visit to Lahore University of Management Sciences today. He said Pakistan is blessed with dynamic and talented youth. He said human resource development, innovation and technological advancements are vital for progress. The Army Chief appreciated role and contributions of the university in preparing future leadership of Pakistan. In Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, Indian troops in their fresh act of state terrorism martyred one more youth today, raising the toll to 9 since last Thursday. The youth was martyred by the troops during a cordon and search operation in Charsu area of Avantipura in Pulwama district. Meanwhile, National Conference Chief Spokesman Tanveer Sadiq in a statement in Srinagar termed the findings of a Press Council of India committee on press freedom in Kashmir as a telling indictment of Indian authorities' treatment of the media in occupied Kashmir. Indian Home Ministry admitted today that 750 persons were arrested under draconian law Unlawful Activities Prevention Act in Jammu and Kashmir in 3 years till 2020. UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres has announced $40 million for humanitarian assistance in Ukraine. In a press encounter, UN chief said that funding will help get critical supplies of food, water, medicines, and other life-saving aid into Ukraine and provide cash assistance to the needy. On the fourth day of the second cricket test against Australia in Karachi, Pakistan were 192 for 2 at stumps today. Earlier, Australia declared the second innings, setting a target of 506 scores for Pakistan. And finally, the weather report. Mainly dry weather is expected in most parts of the country, while hot in plain areas of the country during the next 12 hours. Day temperatures will reach to 10 degrees centigrade, higher than normal in most parts of the country. And now once again, the headlines. Prime Minister has urged overseas community to invest in industrial sector to make Pakistan economically vibrant. Minister of Information says Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf is a democratic party and does not believe in confrontation and extremism in politics. An interministerial meeting chaired by Foreign Minister in Islamabad today reviewed arrangements of the OIC Council of Foreign Ministers meeting to be held on 22nd of this month. Army Chief has called for a collective and unified response to counter misinformation and propaganda campaign of inimical forces against Pakistan. In Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, Indian troops in their fresh act of state terrorism have martyred one more youth in Pulwama district. The UN Secretary General has announced humanitarian assistance worth $40 million for Ukraine. On the fourth day of the second cricket test against Australia in Karachi, Pakistan in their second innings were 192 for 2 at stumps today. And that is the end of the news. For more news and analysis, please log on to our website radio.gov.pk and also watch live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.